Merry Christmas Eve, everyone, and Merry Christmas for those. This is reaching a little late because I know this is late at night. This is the last day of the Advent, so we wanted to do something special. But first, let's go through what the Advent has meant to us. First, we lit the candle of hope. The hope of Christmas. The hope of Christ. The hope that started with a baby in the manger, started with an angel-filled sky, started with shepherds coming as the first guests of the King, started with wise men, started with Mary and Joseph and baby Jesus wrapped in swaddling clothes. But it didn't end there. Our hope isn't because a baby was born on a quiet night in a stable in Bethlehem. Our hope is because that baby grew up. That baby grew up and he lived among us to show us what God was really like and how to live for him and how to live like him and how much we are loved. And then he took our place on the cross and he didn't stay dead. He laid down his life, but he didn't stay dead. He rose again and he conquered death and he conquered sin, and he promises he'll come back again and he'll conquer everything else: pain, sorrow, achingness, disability, illness, loss. There will be a new heaven and a new earth. He's coming back. That's why we have hope. And then we lit the candle of peace. No. Peace. The candle of peace. The peace that surpasses all understanding. The peace of Christmas is the peace of Christ. And the peace of Christ, there's nothing more powerful than that. It's not something you can find in alcohol or in drugs, and it's not something you can find in perfect weather or perfect circumstances or perfect family life even. It's not something you can find in a job or in an activity of any kind. It's the peace that doesn't depend on everything going right. It's the peace that doesn't depend on our surroundings or our circumstances. It's the peace that doesn't depend on this world at all. It depends on Christ. And because it depends on Christ, we can have it even when storms are raging, even when our hearts are breaking, even when our tears are falling. We can have peace in our hearts. The peace that surpasses all understanding, the peace that makes no sense, the peace of Christ. And then we lit the candle of joy. Joy, much like hope, started when a baby showed up in Bethlehem one quiet night, wrapped in swaddling clothes and lying in a manger. Angels filling the sky to announce his birth to a bunch of lowly shepherds who got to be his first official guests. It started that night, but it didn't end there. Just like peace, it also surpasses all understanding because it's the joy that comes from Christ. Not from ourselves, not from this world, not from our circumstances. When we're happy, we can have joy, but joy doesn't depend on our happiness. It's fully rooted in Christ. And therefore, if we have Christ in our hearts, we also can have joy, no matter what's going on. Whether we're joyful and happy and celebrating, or whether we're crying, or whether we're depressed, or whether we're sad or broken, we can still have that inner joy inside because we know that Christ has conquered, and we know that Christ has come, and we know that Christ is coming again, and we know that he's here with us now. The joy that doesn't have to make sense, that doesn't need happiness to be present. The joy that's rooted in Christ. And then we have love. The love of Christmas. The love of Christ. This is what it's all about, you guys. The love. Because of Christ's love, we have his peace, his hope, and his joy. Because of Christ's love, hope, peace, and joy exist. And this isn't just any love. This is agape, God love, unconditional love. The love that doesn't depend on who we are or what we've done, but rather on who he is and what he has done. Which means we can't earn it, but we also can't lose it. Such a beautiful gift. And the reason we have love is because of that baby that was born in that manger. The Christmas child. Christ himself. We celebrate Christmas because of Christ. We have love. We have peace. We have hope. We have joy because of Christ. We have things to look forward to and things to cling to and shelter from the storm and a place to rejoice and a reason to rejoice because we have Christ. He is closer than a breath, closer than a prayer. He's in our hearts. And this Christmas, we want to honor him. Tonight, I have a special treat for you. The boys are joining me, and we're going to sing a few carols.
Hi. Hi. Hello.
O come, all ye faithful, joyful and triumphant. O come ye to Bethlehem. Come and behold him, born the King of angels. O come, let us adore him. O come, let us adore him. O come, let us adore him, Christ the Lord. Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King. Peace on earth and mercy mild, God and sinners reconciled. Joyful all ye nations rise, join the triumph of the skies. With angelic hosts proclaim, Christ is born in Bethlehem. Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King. Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive her King. Let every heart prepare him room, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin mother and child. Holy infant, so tender and mild. Sleep in heavenly peace. Sleep in heavenly peace. Happy birthday, Jesus.
Did I light it?
Merry Christmas, everyone. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jesus. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Jesus. We love you. And we wish everyone a very Merry Christmas.